What's up, tribe? What's up? This is your Black Ink Crew. Black. Why I can't never say that. Black Ink Crew review season 4, episode 2. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. So we picked the episode up with Ryan talking to his parents, and he's basically breaking down for them that shit's over with the shop. Now here's the thing about Ryan and his conversations with his parents. He don't never get him the whole story. You know what I'm saying? And they sitting there looking at him like, he was like, just stuff going on with the shop. And they were like, all right, well, what you mean? You know what I mean? I just had to end that. End what? I mean, just with everything going on with the whole cat thing last year, and they just didn't have my back, I just had to end that whole situation. And, I just had to close the shop. And his parents are sitting there like, and his mother was like, there's gotta be more to this story. And your mama probably looked at last season and saw when you had that conversation with her last season talking about it was just a kiss and it wasn't nothing else to it. And she asked you, she was like, are you sure? There's not more to this whole thing with Kat? Nah, it was just a kiss. It was just a kiss. And then come to find out, because if she watched the season like I'm sure everybody else watched the season, she realized that your ass lied. It was more than a kiss, because all that shit wouldn't have transpired over no damn kiss. Come on now, stop playing. So they were like, we don't think that's how this whole thing should end. Like, don't you think this is, his father's like, didn't you start this whole situation? He didn't say shop, he said situation. And Ryan was like, yeah, and I can end it. And they were basically like, we really think that you need to try to work this out. And Ryan was just like, I just can't do it. I just, I'm done with this. I just can't do it no more, man. This might be the end of me tattooing. He's such a fucking drama queen. Why I gotta be the end of you tattooing? So his mother was like, look, you started all this in memory of your sister because this is what she wanted for you. And she helped you, put you in a situation to get this. Is this what she would want? Like, is she looking down on you right now, happy with what's going on? And then of course Ryan is all like, I don't know, I guess I'll think about it. Fuck out of here. So then we see Charmaine and Danielle. And Danielle wasn't on last week's episode. Come to find out, Danielle done got engaged. And her boo, her and Terrence have been on a whirlwind tour, traveling and enjoying, I guess, being engaged. So Danielle comes back to town. She was like, I was out living my best life, and I come back home and find out I ain't got no damn job. Yeah, that's pretty much how that. They didn't know they ain't have a job either. Nobody knew but Ryan. So Charmaine got a whole vision board of Danielle's wedding. She was like, well, she ain't asked me to be her maid of honor yet, but I'm ready. She got flower arrangements. She got seats. She done already started the damn seating chart. Like, she has a whole bulletin board full of wedding shit. And Danielle was like, yo, slow your roll, bitch. Like, I'm gonna need you to chill out. But Danielle was cool about it. Danielle had cupcakes for Charmaine, talking about I want you to taste, these are some cake options. I want you to taste them. And Charmaine tearing them damn cakes up. And then one of the cakes has a little piece of paper scrawled up in it saying, will you be my maid of honor? I thought that was really cute. And of course, they all happy, giddy, jumping around. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know how the two of their asses are, So then we cut back to the crew, again, having this meeting, trying to figure out what it is they're going to do. I'm sorry, pause. That's not the next scene. The next scene is Ashley and her friend. Her friend come over to the hotel room, and hold on. Her friend comes over to the hotel room, and of course they talking about the whole Don situation again. And Ashley's like, look, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm just done with all his lies, and I don't know what to believe. He's telling me one thing, she's telling me something else, but she bringing receipts, and I'm in this hotel room with no microwave and no refrigerator. Now, I don't know how you got a newborn without a refrigerator, without a microwave. Like, what the hell you doing with his formula? Are you pumping? What you doing with your milk? Are you making his bottles? Like, what you doing? How you dealing with this with no refrigerator and no microwave? And go to a different hotel. And you don't have no friends? Well, you could just stay with them. I mean, I know you bringing 2 babies with you, and that's a lot. Like, if one of my girls called me up and was like, yo, my husband, I gotta leave, can I stay there? and they had 2 kids, I probably had to think twice about it. But I wouldn't have my girl sitting up at no damn hotel with a newborn baby and don't have no damn microwave and no refrigerator. I wouldn't do that. But maybe she don't want to call nobody. Maybe all her friends and family told her to leave Don ass the fuck alone with all that other shit that she done been through with him, and she don't want to hear nobody hit her with the "I told you so's" or hit her with the look. Like, I don't know. But I just find it interesting that she's still in the damn hotel with them 2 babies. But I digress. So she's like, she's done with Don. There is no reconciliation, and she's getting ready to move to Texas because her brother lives in Texas. He got a nice big ass house and has promised her a job. Sound like a winner to me. She was like, he live in a 5-bedroom house and he has plenty of room for me and the kids, and he gonna hook me up with a job. What the fuck you waiting on? Get to getting. Planes work. Fly. Don can fly his ass down there and visit his kids. Fly. Hey. I like Don. I really do. But if this was Don's first infraction, I might even be like, oh, let's see. But y'all done been through too much for this bullshit. I'm sorry. Even if the girl's lying, which we'll get to that in a minute. But even if the girl is exaggerating the line, even if this was just a one night stand and his dick just fell into her mouth, like, I still don't see no reconciliation from that. But neither here nor there. Her girlfriend gives her some real bad advice, and her girlfriend hits her with the, well, don't you think you should talk to the girl? And Ashley's like, for what? Like, what do we have to talk about? And I agree. What y'all got to talk about? But of course, her friend convinces her, you should at least hear what he has to say. Hear what she has to say, and before you totally close this door and totally separate your family permanently and move out of state, you should at least hear her side of the story. Why? She's like, because, she could be lying, and I just don't get it. Like I said, if this was his first infraction, shit, even his second or third infraction, maybe. But this shit been going down. Like, this ain't the first time this shit done happened. But neither here nor there. So, and it's all for the drama anyway. So then we see Four and Don in the gym, kind of simultaneously. Both scenes are going on at the same time. That Four and Don are in the gym, and they're talking, and Don is just like, I want my family back. I know I fucked up. She won't even talk to me because this chick is lying, telling her all these lies. He was like, look, and this way, like, at first I wasn't believing Don last week. I was like, this nigga. But I still don't know whose version of the story I totally believe, but I believe there's some truth to what Don is saying from the point of view of, I fucked up. Yep, I did it. But she lying. Like, she trying to say that we've been messing around for a year, and that's not true. Now, because I know how men like semantics, what I'm going to say is, they probably ain't been messing around for no year, but it probably wasn't no one night stand either. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they've known each other biblically before. But because men, especially people like Don, like that semantics, he keeps saying a year. He keep holding on to that date. So what you saying is, no, we ain't been messing around for a year, but I known her as a couple of times. That's how I took it. So anyway, but that's kind of like the conversation was going on at the same time. Then we cut to the crew. My bad, y'all. I had almost missed that whole scene. Then we cut to the crew. They're at breakfast. Charmaine stupid shit. Charmaine talking about brunch was invented by black people because they always late for shit. So when you say you're going to be at breakfast at 10 and you don't show up till 2, that's how brunch was invented. Charmaine, you dumb as shit. Anyway, funny but dumb. I'm loving Charmaine's look this year. The whole natural thing. I don't know why you chose to go natural. I don't know why you chose to stop wearing the wigs. I don't know if you're just giving your hair a break for these first couple of episodes. You just letting it. You just giving your hair a break from all that stuff, or if you really made a conscious decision to go natural. But let me say, I love it. You look good. I'm loving your different looks with the natural. I'm always in awe of women who can go natural, because that ain't my ministry. Creamy crack till I die. Anyway, so They're sitting around the table, and it's pretty much everybody from the shop, of course, minus Ryan, just trying to figure out what their next move is, just trying to make a decision, like what are we going to do? And they come up with the idea of, can we just take over the lease? Can we just see if management will let us stay in the building and we take over the lease? Now, how I say this nicely? We have Charmaine who, when she wants to, she know how to act. She know how to talk. You've been the business manager. You know the finances. You can put together a portfolio. You said you worked in corporate America at some point in your life. We have four who is articulate. You know what I'm saying? Who can hold a conversation without fighting, right? Once again, y'all have decided that the person who should go and talk to management about taking over the lease is Van. Now, y'all know I love Van. I told y'all last week Van was my cup of tea. I think Van is a very cool dude. He seems very sexy. All of the above. But if I had to choose one of them people sitting at that table to go and have a conversation on that level, it wouldn't have been Van. Now, their argument was valid. Van's been there from day one. Van knows the management company. He knows the landlords. He's dealt with them before. They know who he is. So that's cool. Come to find out, y'all probably should have had a lawyer go in there and talk to them, and none of y'all asses should have went in that building to negotiate with the landlords. But we'll get to that. But anyway, so that's what they decide, y'all. They decide to let Van go and talk to management and see if they can take over the lease. So then we have a little nothing scene between Lily and Cobra. Oh Lord, between Lily and Cobra. And basically, they're talking about Junior. Junior left the shop. Junior left to go work at a different shop. And, of course, Lily is like, yeah, me and him went through a lot. I still have feelings for him. But, fuck, her favorite line, fuck Junior. Fuck Junior. But they're at the shop. The shop is dead. Like, there's nobody in there. And they're complaining about, the shop being dead and them not making any money, da-da-da-da-da. And Lily was like, you know what? I've been wanting to tap my ass for the longest time. Cobra, go ahead and I want you to put a tat on me. First of all, it wasn't her ass, it was her upper thigh. Because, I was like, really? But neither here nor there. It was a fat, when she got done, that tat was nice. And it said Mexicana, but it was broken up. So part of the word was on one leg and part of the word was on the other leg, and it was on her back thigh, upper thigh. It was a nice ass tat. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful tat. But anyway, that's what they did when they was bored. And that whole scene was just basically for her to talk about the whole Junior thing and how she still had feelings for Junior, but, they had to move on. She was like, we just weren't good for each other. It is what it is. Then we see Four meeting with big producer. Hold on, I wrote it down, y'all. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to go by my memory, and it ain't working right now. London on the track. Whew. Whose name I have heard. Now, if I've heard of him, he must really be big time because I've heard of him. But they're meeting, and he's like, look, I saw you do your thing at the concert. I really want to work with you. I've heard some stuff that you're doing. I really like how you handling your business, and I want to help you put together your album. Four was like, shit, like, this is what I've been waiting to hear my whole life. Like, I'm down. Dude was like, yeah, so we're going to get you out to L.A. Four was like, L.A.? He's like, wait a minute. Like, this is where I make my money. This is how I can afford to stay in the studio and do what I do. My girl is here. Like, how long you talking about me going to LA? The dude was like, until the project's done. Like, however long it takes, bruh. Now, this is the part where I felt like either they edited the scene down to make it look a certain way, or London on the track was overselling and he was overacting. Because in the scene, all you saw Ford do was say, LA, man. And he was like, well, you think we could do it here? And London just goes off. He's like, look, bruh, like, I'm saying, yo, I can do this for you. Yo, you talking about staying here. Bruh, I need you to come. Like, he is doing this whole production about how he need Ford to come to LA. And he's like, how old are you? No, he said, how old you? How old is you? Or how old you is? Either way, it was bad grammar. Ford was like 30. He was like, time running out. And I'm telling you what I'm trying to do for you. I don't understand. You tripping, So Ford's like, I hear you, I just let me think on it, let me work this shit out. So then we cut to the crew. They're out to dinner. Basically to hear what Van has to say after he done went and talked to management. Now Lily is there, and come to find out Junior has a new girlfriend that he's posting pictures of on Instagram, and Lily's like, fuck Junior. Fuck Junior. And she was like, it does hurt, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're not together. We work good for each other. And it's just something I just got to process. Like, it is what it is. Van shows up. They like, so what's up? Like, is management going to let us take over the lease? Like, what's going on? And Van was like, look, management hates our asses. He was like, they hate all the loud parties. They hate all the fights. They hate all the incidents that we've had. And then he alluded to the fact that they knew about the bullet hole. Now, I don't know how they would know about the bullet hole unless they went in and did some sort of impromptu inspection. Or someone called the police the night that the shots rang out. Now, to come away from the show for a minute, Ryan Henry said on his Instagram or Twitter that he admitted to trashing the shop, but he said he didn't have nothing to do with no gunshot. So that he was alluding to the fact that was some shit VH1 did to try to hype up, the storyline or whatever. Considering the fact that Ryan likes to lie, I don't know what's true. Because I don't believe shit that come out of Ryan's mouth. Because Ryan's a fucking liar. But seemed to me like if he lied on VH1, they would contradict him. Because in order for VH1 to have done that, I'm not gonna try to figure it out. Either way, management was like, hell nah, we want y'all out the shop as soon as possible. Thank you and good night. And so there really was no. And Van said that he'd been begging it. Like he was like he begged them, and he finally got them to at least say, okay, fine, we'll rent to y'all if y'all pay XYZ amount in rent. And Van was like, the amount of money they wanted was far beyond anything we could ever pay. Like, and they knew that. Like, they knew that they had put it out of reach so far that we wouldn't even be able to meet it. And, I guess that was their way of saying, we tried, So, there's that. So, of course, now they got to figure out what their next move is. Because, like, again, taking the whole show out of this, these people are going to be out of a job. Like, next week. And it's like a hairdresser or a barber or whatever. If you don't work, you don't get paid. Like, it's not a salary. It ain't no severance package. It ain't no, you know what I mean? If you don't work, you don't get paid type of thing. So, we cut to Ford and Nikki at the apartment talking. And Ford's telling Nikki about the meeting with London on the Track and how well it went. And, he wants to work with him and all this other stuff. And Nikki was like, you ain't even tell me about the meeting. Why you didn't tell me? And Ford was like, I'm telling you now. Like, I wanted to see what dude was talking about before I think it was a situation where he didn't want to get himself hyped up before the meeting. So I don't think he probably told anybody. He probably didn't tell Don. He probably didn't tell anybody because he really didn't know how the meeting was going to go. Like, when you've been dealing with the type of business, like with the music business, where it was a lot of start and stops, people making promises, people saying they want to work with you and then flaking, he probably was like, until I talk to this dude and know what he really talking about, I don't really want to jinx it. So he goes on to tell Nikki about the opportunity of going to LA. Now, me being the kind of bitch that I am, I'd be like, boo, let's pack. Bye. Go do you. Like, her first reaction was, well, I can't close up the shop. I got clients. I got this. I got that. I can't go. And Ford was like, I don't remember inviting you. He was like, okay, stay here. Like, I would never ask you to give up your business to follow me to LA. I'm going to LA. And she was like, well, for how long? And he was like, he didn't know. Because the other dude was like, until they done. She immediately gets an attitude and makes it about her. And then she proceeds to throw her drink in his face They were eating breakfast, right? And he had some cereal. She threw her drink in his face and then poured cereal all over him. And Ford sat there like this. He was like, and I know what he was doing. He was praying that he didn't fuck that bitch up. That's what he was doing. He was like, Lord, give me the strength to not reach across this table and yank the shit out of her. That's what he was doing. And nigga was counting to 10. Because that shit was like, first of all, it came out of nowhere and it was uncalled for. Like, why are you throwing a 10? And then she goes upstairs and starts throwing his clothes downstairs, talking about something. I'm helping you pack. I'm helping you pack. I don't need this shit. Fuck you. Why are you doing all of this? This man just got the opportunity of a lifetime, something he's been waiting for his whole life. And you have ruined it in 0.2. And now I know why the fuck he didn't tell you about the meeting. And I just feel like she's being real selfish about the situation. Like, I get her being disappointed that he didn't tell her about the meeting beforehand. I get that 100%. But you being upset that he has an opportunity to go to LA and you making it about yourself, talking about, he leaving me here and da-da-da-da. Like, I just thought that was fucked up. Y'all tell me if y'all think differently in them comments, but I thought that was real selfish on his part. So then we cut to the party of the year. They decided, well, fuck it, since we gotta move out anyway, and the Lisa and Ryan name, it ain't in our name. We gonna have one last final turn up of the century. The party was like Non-Mag is dead. Charmaine is sending out invites with a picture of Ryan with a bullseye over his face, talking about Ryan Henry bitch ass. Non-Mag is dead. Like, some real shitty shit. And then she said it. She's so messy. She sent it to Ryan. She's so messy. So anyway, Junior shows up and, they got the strippers and the DJ. And, of course, they got all the alcohol you could ever think you wanted to have. And they said they invited anybody and everybody that's ever been down with Non-Mag. She even invited Ryan to her defense. She invited Ryan, too. And, of course, Ryan shows up. He sits out front. Now, look, I'm about to be petty for a minute. So, Ryan pulls up, right? And Rachel's with him. And Rachel looked like she stepped right out the 90s. Like, were they going to a 90s party after they left the Non-Mag party? Because she looked straight up out of a Poetic Justice. She had on an 8-ball leather jacket. And she had her braids up like Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice. She even had the white headband. And I was like, are they going to a 90s party? Because if they were going to a 90s party, she would have won the fucking prize. Because she looked like she stepped out of 1995. I'm just saying. And of course, while they at the party, they dogging Ryan. They had a picture of Ryan. They threw it on the ground and shit. And of course, Junior kissed her ass, talking about some. I don't know what really happened. With between Ryan and Non-Mag, but Ryan's still my homie, and I just think that's disrespectful for them to be dogging him like that. That's just disrespectful. Ryan's my homie. But you ain't leave the party though, did you, bitch? You stayed there and finished partying with they asses, bitch. Anyway, so Ryan is sitting out front trying to figure out whether he gonna go inside or not. And here he go with his bitch ass crying again, talking about some, I can't believe, I'm not dead. And I mean, I walk up in there, and I can't believe they really just turning their backs on me. You turned your backs on them, motherfucker. You the one that disappeared from the shop. Didn't renew the lease. Didn't tell nobody you wasn't renewing the lease. And trashed the fucking shop. Granted, you was mad about the whole cat situation, but don't act like they don't have a reason to be mad at you now. Even if I agree with how you feel about the cat situation, which I do not, by the way. But even if I agree with it, how you gonna be mad how you gonna be mad that they mad? Anyway, he decides not to go into the party, talking about that's just 4 walls. Non-Mag meant more to me, and Non-Mag ain't gonna never die. I'm gonna keep Non-Mag alive, and them people in there don't mean shit to me no more. Like all of that bullshit. So then we see, I'm sorry y'all, I'm running long. Let me hurry up. Then we see Junior and Lily, and Junior has a new girlfriend and everything now, but Charmaine says, well, maybe you should talk to Lily so y'all can just get some sort of closure. So Junior tries to talk to Lily, and first Lily is like, she really don't want to talk to him, but he convinces her to come outside and talk to him and everything. So they get out there to talk, and I understand what Lily is saying. Basically, what Lily is saying is, we're cool, but we can't be friends. And we can't be friends because I still have feelings for you, and it hurts me when I see you with another chick. So because you are in a committed relationship and y'all are real, it's a serious relationship. It's not no fuck shit. You in a serious relationship. I want to respect that, but please respect that I can't be around you. And Junior is like, but why can't we just be friends? Why we can't just be friends? And she's trying to explain to him, I don't want to be your friend. I want to be more than your friend, but I know I can't do that. So until I can process and get past all these feelings I have for you, it's best that me and you just don't be cool. And he was trying to force the issue, but I don't understand. We can't just be friends. He's like, well, then how come you text me every time you get drunk? She was like, because I still like you. Like, she made no apologies for it. She was like, because I still like you. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I still like you. That's why I can't be around you, because you got a girlfriend. Like, if you didn't have a girlfriend, we probably could still fuck around. But because you have a girlfriend, I'm trying to be respectful of your situation. And it's like, Junior wasn't getting it. Anyway. So, last but not least, and this is the last scene, y'all. Ashley decides to meet up with the dude that Don been sleeping with. I don't know why you decided to do that. But to make a long story short, she shows up. They at a damn coffee shop. I guess they thought a bookstore. I guess they thought that would keep somebody from turning up or whatever. And the girl shows up, and and Ashley is like, ain't no needing us playing beat around the bush. Like, let's cut to the chase. What is it that like, how long you been messing with my husband? And the girl was like, well, it's been like a year. She was like, well, you knew I was pregnant, right? Like, I know he told you I was pregnant. So you didn't have no problem messing with a married man that had a wife at home pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, something else I need to tell you. I'm pregnant with his child. Shades of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, anyone? I think Ashley was cool until she threw the baby out there. Then the chick goes on to talk about how this is the third time she's been pregnant. The first two times she had an abortion. And she proceeds to show her Cash Me app to show where Don has sent her money. And Don probably has sent you money. I don't doubt that Don has sent you money. But it's not like in the memo line it says for abortion. Fuck. It just shows that he sent you money. So we don't know why he sent you money. But the fact that he sent you money does prove that y'all have been around each other for longer than a one night stand. So that part, like, your receipt proved one thing, but maybe not necessarily prove what you were trying to prove. But it did prove that y'all knew each other longer than a one night stand. Or maybe not. Maybe you a hoe and that was your price for the night and he paid you. Y'all tell me what y'all think in them comments. What y'all think happened? You think that $130 was really for an abortion, or you think that $130 was her price and he cashed apped it to her? Anyway, I ran long. I apologize, but y'all tell me what y'all think in them comments. Peace.